So, my voice might be a little froggy for a minute here, but um, what was I gonna say? So the challenge, the dopamine detox challenge, is over. I think it officially ended today. Maybe it was yesterday. I'm not really sure. Wasn't really paying attention, but it didn't really go that well. In the last, so I had 3 days off in a row, um, and that was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And today's Monday. For those 3 days, I basically I drank a lot and I watched YouTube constantly, and I basically just fucking went back on everything that I tried to do for the last 2 weeks. So I'm not happy about that, but I don't think it was all for nothing. So, um, so I definitely for the first week or the first 6 days or whatever, I was doing really well. And mainly that was just because I had work every day, and so for the main part of the day, I had no choice but to be present and be doing my thing, doing my work. And then when I got home, I had developed these routines that I would do that didn't involve the computer, and so that kept me busy until it was time to go to bed or it was time to go to work or whatever. And that worked really well until I dopamine binged that one day. And I don't know if I can keep that from happening, to be honest. It might just be a thing. But, froggy voice. But I think I'm going to keep those routines going, at least to some extent. And I might incorporate computer time into that. But I'm going to try and keep it more in between routines. Like, you got to get this stuff done first. When you wake up, the first thing you have to do is you have to cook, then clean up your dishes, then go run, then come back, shower, shave, brush teeth. Then, if you have time left over, you can choose to use that time on the computer, and I won't regulate that at all. I would like to put working out in there, but I think that right now might not be a great idea, especially because my work schedule is really fucked up right now. I'm gonna be switching back and forth between openings, not literally openings, but starting at 7 a.m. to then starting at 2 p.m. to then starting at 9 a.m. starting at 7 a.m. again. And then next week I have a couple of 5 a.m. shifts, just absolutely insane. That makes it sound like it's actually a little more manageable, because actually what it is, it's 2 closes and then 2 opens, and then I think 1 close and then another open. It's just going back and forth constantly. So working out right now is kind of a bad idea, just because I'm not going to have the hormonal regulation for it. I'm not going to have the time for it. I'm not going to have the energy for it. But I'm going to try and keep to my routines. Other than that, and just fill the extra time I have with computer dopamine. That's fine. I'm not going to bother myself too much about that. But the other thing I need to do outside of that is I need to be working on this video. And this is where I get into a weird headspace, because I do this a lot, where when there's a thing that I know I need to do and I phrase it that way to myself, I end up not doing it. I'm I need to get this done. I need to do this. I need to do this thing. But it just won't get done, because the times when I get things done are usually when I'm like, when I just open it up and I start doing it. And I don't think to myself, like, oh, I need to do this now. Like, if I just open it up and I start doing it, it's going to get done. And I know that. And for some reason, I just never do it. So, I'm going to be thinking about that a little bit over the next couple days. We'll see. I should have plenty of time tomorrow morning because I did 7 to 4 today, and I'm going to be doing 3 to 11 tomorrow. So I've got actually like a ton of time in between that. So hopefully at some point I did do a good thing, and I actually got a lot of the filming done during the challenge, so I don't have to like refilm a lot of stuff. There will be some stuff, and I need to do the narration still, and I need to figure out what I think I have a pretty good idea what I have the intro done, like written out. I have a pretty good idea what the middle's going to look like, and I don't really know what the end's going to look like. But I think that like it's tough. I'm going to get a better sense of this as I go. Really what I need to do is I need to just get something out there, right? This is not going to be the most interesting video I ever make anyway. It's, it's a very abstract concept for a video. And it's never going to look that great. It's just an opportunity to get started on something and get into the mindset of making videos. Because ultimately I think that that's going to bring me some sense of fulfillment down the line. I feel like I'm not talking loud enough. Am I starting to trail off? Probably. Yeah. So what else was I gonna say? That was the main part of it. That was like my takeaway from the challenge, is that, it wasn't a total success, but it wasn't a total failure. And it's going to be kind of an ongoing thing. I'm going to try and incorporate elements from what I feel like I gained during the challenge. I'm going to try and incorporate that into my daily life, and I'm going to take the failures in stride. So now I'm thinking about my next video. And what I think I want to do is I want to like really, really compress the time scale that I'm working with here. Because like I did this 2-week challenge, and it's like basically by the end of the first week I was over it. I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. I should have probably just made it a 1-week challenge, but I felt like 2 weeks would be more significant. And maybe it was. I don't know. I've been talking about this Rubik's Cube a lot, and unfortunately I'm too interested in it. I can't keep myself from learning stuff off camera. That's something that I've kind of noticed about myself, is that I kind of don't like turning the camera on and filming stuff during the day. It's a little weird, but like I didn't really get any good footage of me doing chores, which would have been good to like illustrate what my daily routine is like. But I never really got any good footage of it because I just don't like filming myself during like normal everyday stuff. I prefer to like have a video shoot that I want to do, and then turn on the camera to do that, and then never don't turn it on again, or don't have to turn it on and off all the time. I don't know, something like that. So I think that's going to influence my choices for future videos. I want to do more stuff with the Rubik's Cube on camera. I want to try and get under a minute. I think that's a good goal. My fastest time that I've actually recorded so far is 2:45, which is not so great, but I'm also still learning F2L algorithms, so at some point, hopefully that, makes my times go down. And then last layer, OLL and PLL, that's pretty intimidating, but maybe once I get the hang of the first 2 layers, then that'll seem a little less intimidating. hopefully. And I know there's like some two-look strategies that they're supposed to be easier. So maybe I'll look at that first. But anyway, the other video idea I had was learning to backflip, which I feel like once I just get over my fear of it, I'll probably nail it first try because I've done it off of diving boards and I've done it on trampolines and I've watched a lot of tutorials on how to do it from ground, and I feel like I'm athletic enough to do it, and I really just need to get over the fear of it. So at some point I'll probably do that, and then I want to do more of that sort of thing, that like tricking type stuff. And then I don't know. I'll figure some other stuff out. I mean, I always come back to a guitar and like, I don't know, just look around my room for a minute. I got a kettlebell. I got, maybe I'll do some workout videos. I got a pull-up bar over there. I have books on books of like, stuff that I wanted to learn and never got around to. Drawing, writing, learning languages, cooking, music theory, stuff like that. There's endless possibilities. And really, like, the goal with the channel would just be to like document my little hyperfixations that I get, which only usually last like a couple days, and every once in a while they'll last a bit longer. Like the Rubik's Cube stuff. I ordered this, I think, 2-3 weeks ago. Well, I unboxed this one on camera, but I bought my first Speed Cube like a week before that. So it's been about 3 weeks. So this latest speed cubing fixation, and I wouldn't really call it a fixation because I haven't been doing it like constantly, just every once in a while. But that's been going for like 3 weeks, so stuff like that. I should have been filming a lot more with this because that's the sort of thing that I would rather film. To be honest, this like dopamine detox thing is like, it's a good example of the sort of thing that I wish I was able to do better. There's a lot of that sort of stuff that I have video ideas for, but at the end of the day, it's just like not. My brain doesn't really do those kinds of like consistency challenges very well. I wish I did. I wish I was more consistent. I wish I was more self-controlled. But the reality is, if I want to have not a successful YouTube channel as in like views, but like if I want to be successful in my making of YouTube videos, I guess, I don't know. If I want to be satisfied with my YouTube videos, I need to make videos about stuff that I'm actually interested in the moment, and not these like elaborate 2-week challenges. And I mean, unless it's like something I was already gonna do, like working out. Like if I start a new workout routine, and I want to document how that goes, then sure, fine. And sometimes I get stuff like that. And working out, for whatever reason, it's like the exception to the rule for me of like having no long-term interests. But like working out is better in that sense for me. How many qualifiers do I need in a sentence? Yeah, so I think that's it. At some point I'm gonna edit this video together and put it on the main channel and get a proper thumbnail going for it and a right copy for the description and Twitter posts, and I don't know, what else do I want to do for it? Instagram. I was thinking about like clipping parts and putting them on like Twitter videos or Instagram videos or something, but again, this video I don't think is going to work very well for that because it's mostly going to be me talking about what I'm doing and then how it went. So it's like, what's the point? But anyway, just wanted to get those thoughts on camera. That's about it.